Two-time last ninja standing on American Ninja Warrior Kaden Lebsack is hoping to reclaim his title. The Castle Rock native made it through the qualifying rounds last week, and next up is going to be the semifinals. Here to talk about it, we welcome Kaden. So good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, you're a seasoned pro at this point on American Ninja Warrior. Did you change anything with your training? I know you're obviously much older, much stronger, and you have your own ninja gym. So was there any change in your strategy leading up to the new season?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, calling myself a veteran now. I remember watching the show, and now this is like my 5th season.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. The finals are now all side-by-side racing. So in my training, it was a lot of speed, a lot of mental preparation. I could be racing my best friends. So it's very scary going into the season.
Speaking of your best friends, Max, he's been on the show Feinberg for many seasons as well. He's on this season as well. You guys work together a lot. So were you racing against him to practice for that new change in this season?
Yeah, we definitely ran a lot of courses together, just definitely trying to push ourselves, hoping to just do our best.
Yeah, I know a lot of the ninjas, pretty much all of them that are on this season. One of them in particular, you have trained at your gym for many, many years since he was 9. You and your mom were just telling me. What's that like seeing him now compete on the show?
Yeah, it's crazy. His name is also Kaden,
yeah.
Kaden Lebsack. I've known him since he was 9, and just watching him grow up and seeing how strong he's getting, being able to push me, it's super cool. I can't wait to watch him this season.
I know, and like they've lowered the age so younger kids can be on the show now, and you guys are all so talented. What have you enjoyed competing on this season of American Ninja Warrior?
Yeah, it was crazy. My first season, I was one of the youngest competitors.
Yeah.
And now that's not the case anymore. There's Kaden, who's 15 this year. It's so cool to see these little kids, growing up, achieving their goals and achieving their dreams.
You, of course, have your ninja gym in Castle Rock, and you actually just put on a one-of-a-kind competition with some little aspiring ninjas. Tell me about that. That's really cool.
Yeah, so every year we have our big bucket of chalk competition where we fly in all of these pro athletes that you see on the show. But this year we wanted to kind of take a step down, and we called it mini bucket. So we had athletes as young as 5 years old all the way up to 13 competing, and it was the cutest competition I've ever seen, for sure.
Your gym is wild. I've been there. I can't even begin to do half of the things that you guys can do. You said you had to lower everything, get it ready for the little ones. What was all that prep work like at the gym for you?
It was a little more challenging, because there's these little kids. We're used to setting up for me and adults. Yeah, so we had to scale everything way down, and it was a lot of testing, for sure.
You talked about bucket of chalk. That is your business. If y'all don't know at home, you make your own ninja chalk, which we were just talking. I didn't even realize you guys can't use that on the course. So that's got to make things even more challenging. You're practicing with chalk, and then you just have your bare hands on these really tough obstacles.
Yeah, you got to make sure your hands aren't sweaty. It takes a lot of over gripping, and just a slip is way easier to happen without chalk.
Yeah, and part of the competition that you typically throw every year raises money for breast cancer awareness as well. And I know we've talked about that on the show. We've talked about that here. They've talked about it on American Ninja Warrior. But do you want to share a little bit about why that is so important to you as well?
Yeah, both my mom and Max's mom both suffered from breast cancer. And one of our closest friends, Elijah, who's on the show, his mom recently just suffered from it. But they've all gotten better. It's something close to our hearts. And we're just trying our best to make a difference.
Raise some money. You guys are fantastic. Well, best of luck as always, and it's so wonderful to see you, Kaden.
Thank you. You too. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you. And you can catch the new episode of American Ninja Warrior tonight on 9 News at 7. And then tomorrow morning at the same time, we're going to be talking to another Colorado Ninja, Megan Rowe, right here on KTVD and streaming on 9 News Plus in our 9 o'clock hour. So we hope you join us for that. Thanks again.
Thank you.